So I want to welcome y'all to Just Love Coffee, Claremont. Know what I'm saying? I'm here with my boy. You know, it's been a long time coming. Smash and Dash.
Yes,
know
sir.
What I'm saying?
Brother,
I think they want to know really, you know, how we came up with Smash and Dash, man.
there's a few stories out there though. Do you want the real story? Or you want the fan story?
I want this. All this is legit, man. It's real deal. So you know, you gotta give them the real thing, man.
All right. Well, we came up with our own Smash and Dash. That's because in Nashville, you know what I'm saying. We used to run off on a few.
But hold on. Before you get into that, man.
Yeah.
You know, when we hang out, when we do our thing, when we having a good time and all that, know what I'm saying? You know, we have a couple, man. Know what I'm saying? We have a couple drinks, know what I'm saying?
I see survival juice up there, but I don't want no survival juice right now. I want that real juice. What we got?
Which one, that real thing? All right, so guess what? You know, I got a waitress here, you know. She gonna make you whatever you want. Man.
Ooh, I love this. This is juice for real.
Yeah.
I like me some anejo on the rocks. Oh, I see you got 3 different flavors, so I think I'm gonna do some Patron anejo on the rocks. Yeah, I like that.
Yeah, I'm gonna do the same thing. Same thing, Patron on the rocks.
Yeah, tighten me up. Ooh, damn. I ain't know it was like that in here. See what I'm saying? Oh,
yeah.
Okay, this is what we on. This is what we need to be on there,
real
baby.
Juice, man.
Yeah, we
real
smashing
juice.
And dashing for real. Yeah.
Real juice.
Here you go.
Yes, sir. My juice. Right, what I need.
You're welcome. Enjoy.
Thank you.
So this my waitress right here. I want you to give me your Instagram name and any business that you got going on or whatever.
So my Instagram is IamNeyssa, IamNeyssa, and I'm an esthetician. So if anybody wants a facial or is looking to do anything in that matter, let me know.
You said facials?
Yes.
Oh, well, all right, we'll talk about that. We're going to talk about that later. Don't worry about it. I write facials. I like that.
Yes, sir.
Thank you, baby.
Sir.
Yeah.
Yes,
So what's up, Juice?
Just cooling, man. Look, you did?
Yeah, let me get to it. What you got for me, man?
No, I really want to know, you know, what you feel about this USC. You got the USC chain on, the custom showcase.
Yeah, you know, I'm a Trojan for real.
Y'all been in the Pac-10 this whole time, and y'all moving to some better competition, I think. Better competition.
I'm glad you think that. But
Yeah.
like I've been telling you for the last couple days or even weeks, that if we put it in black and white and we really lay out like what's really been happening and how we've been beating the shit out of the Big Ten for years, there's not really no competition. Like when you are USC and you have the most like draft picks, the most Hall of Famers, you know, the most Heismans, we ain't been shit in how many years and we still got all these top numbers. Like, bro, when we go to the Big Ten, I think for us, honestly, it'll help us with recruiting. The fact that, you know, we're going to double our money in the Big Ten now helps too. We get to recruit different players. Now we get to face Ohio State, Michigan State, Penn State. We've been steamrolling them for years, but now we get to go to the conference and steamroll them. Bro, I don't think shit's going to change at all. I really don't believe so. And then we just got Lincoln Riley. Yeah. You forget about Lincoln Riley? And then we got Caleb Williams, Mario Williams. Oh, Addison, he just won a Biletnikoff at Pittsburgh. That's what I'm saying, bro. We're talking about USC football. Young, you know what's crazy? Like, for real, my bad, I didn't mean to do that. Just love.
On, bro.
My
Don't
bad, bro. My bad. Don't kick me out. But you know what's crazy?
I'm gonna put that on your tab, though. Don't do me like
You're a real USC fan. Just let the people know. You didn't. So, bruh, when we used to be in the locker room, you didn't used to tell me, like, bruh, me and Reggie was your, like, bruh, tell the truth. See what I'm saying, y'all? This is what's crazy, man. So now that USC stinks a little bit, or we ain't been like, you know.
A little bit? Y'all ain't made a bowl game last year. Y'all ain't go to a bowl game.
The fact that ECU sorry ass made a bowl game and we didn't.
went to a bowl game. So
yeah, that disappointed me.
Talking about?
No, that disappointed me.
How did that disappoint you?
No, as a Trojan.
My school went to a bowl game. That mean you're a hater. How did that disappoint you?
The reason why I'm a hater, in a sense.
Oh, so you are a hater?
No,
okay.
I'm hating on the fact that USC didn't go to a bowl game and we are SC. The fact that ECU, I mean, I don't even understand. I don't know what part of Carolina that's even in. It says East Carolina. Greenville. Okay. I don't even understand how they could make a bowl game and we can't. You're right, bro.
What you mean?
What do you mean?
We're a better team.
Chris,
we're a better team.
But the fact that you can sit here,
let me go back.
All right,
hold up,
bro,
before
no,
you
hell
go
no.
there.
I can't let that happen.
Wait.
The fact that you can sit here and think ECU is better than SC, and there's how many Hall of Famers do y'all have from ECU?
It doesn't matter.
How many?
We talking about now.
How many? I got my phone somewhere.
But listen,
Man,
this is what I want to say.
Now. Hall of Famers from ECU.
Hold up. We're not talking about individual, though. We're talking about a team.
No.
So that's what I want you to get to understand.
Bro,
we're talking about a team, bro. So if you go back, right?
Yes, sir.
The last time USC have been good was when y'all went to 3 national championships three-peat, right?
Yeah, I played in 3. Like,
you played in 3 and lost 1 to VY.
Right,
so hold on, let me talk.
I didn't really lose the VY.
Hold on, let me talk.
You seen it, bro. All of a sudden, the instant replay don't work. That's some bullshit.
Okay, let me talk, though.
All right, bro. Goddamn.
That was the last time y'all been good. Since then, y'all haven't done shit.
Young,
so
we beat Saquon Barkley in the Rose Bowl.
Okay,
how
who
we
the
not
fuck was
good?
they wasn't going to the championship. It wasn't a championship game.
They were top 10.
It doesn't matter. They wasn't going to the championship game. That's the only person they had was Saquon.
So answer me this.
So,
no. Hold on. Even with that, no. So what you're saying is this.
Bro.
That you can only compare us when we get to the national championship game.
No.
So you can make.
I'm trying to tell you,
so
y'all
what I'm
haven't
saying
done
is
shit.
ECU can make a bowl game, right? ECU could just make a regular bowl game and they're better than us because we didn't go to the Natty.
No. Y'all didn't go to a bowl, period.
Last year.
But this is what I want to say.
Don't try to Google
about y'all,
right now.
No,
don't do that.
About y'all moving to
Big Ten.
I know the Big Ten, right?
Let's name them.
About y'all moving into a Big Ten.
Oh my God.
So you've been to how many national championships did you play in?
Me?
Yes.
Myself? I played in 3 straight.
So in all those 3 games.
Yes, sir. I beat on Big Ten.
Hold on, wait. What was y'all record? No, I'm saying before the championship, like, how many games did y'all lose?
I lost 1 game before my last national championship game.
So and y'all still made it, right?
No, I lost 1 game in like 3 years.
No, I said before the national championship game. I'm not including the national championship. How many games did you lose?
That's what I'm saying. Before I lost to Texas, I only lost 1 game in 3 years.
When? So
I lost in triple overtime to Cal my freshman year.
So what did your record need? So in those 3 years, what did your record need to be in order to make it to the championship is my question.
That's a good one.
No, real talk.
No, you probably had to. You could
undefeated
or lose
I
1
answer
game
for you since you don't
undefeated or you lose 1 game. You could lose 1 game and still make it to the Natty, bro.
Okay, so you're in the Pac 12?
Yeah,
Pac 12.
Yes, sir.
So you're playing against like
Auburn.
No.
We opened up versus Auburn.
Listen.
Check this. See, this is the difference. Check. We opened up against Auburn. We played against Ronnie Brown and Cadillac.
Are you gonna let me
Jason
talk?
Campbell. We beat they ass at they home. Huh? That's what I'm saying.
Let me talk.
Okay, yeah.
So,
keep going.
Pac-12. Y'all playing against UCLA, right? In the Pac-12.
That's our little brothers.
Oregon.
Yes.
Arizona State.
Good. Yeah, these are good. We're talking about really good Pac-12. We're talking about good D1 programs.
My point.
What's crazy is if all my teams. No, I can't let you finish because if any one of those teams went to your conference, they'll be the champions every year.
So let me talk. I want to talk to the camera right now.
This is crazy.
I want to talk to the camera. So basically, we're going from the Pac-12. Now we're going to the Big Ten. And so instead of playing those slouches they was playing, now we got to see Ohio State every year.
Easy
Michigan,
money.
Nebraska, Wisconsin, Penn State, Michigan State, Maryland. Those just a few. And if anybody know college football or even football like I know, you can't go out there and just roll over on any given Saturday, roll over a Michigan, roll over a Penn State, Ohio State.
We've been beating.
Listen, Ohio.
I can't keep allowing you to do that.
I'm talking to the camera.
No, the camera needs to know that we've been beating their ass, bro. Because when you
hold up, bro, let me.
I can't wait today.
But
you know
half
what's
the
crazy,
time,
Young?
no, listen,
Young, they're gonna
bro,
put
wait, but listen,
bro, that's bullshit.
Listen.
They're gonna put like a screen up, right? And they're gonna show like our record really versus these Big Ten teams. So some of this shit you're saying is not gonna even mean nothing because we've been dominating their ass for a long time.
We all know conference play.
Oh my
and
gosh.
we know when you're playing in conference, you can't roll over these teams. Michigan is not a program that you're gonna roll over. Ohio State is damn near in the championship.
Michigan for the Rose Bowl
Ohio State is damn near in the championship game.
No, they're not.
Almost
they haven't
every
won
year.
since the drunk dude down in Jacksonville got fired.
You can't run over Wisconsin.
Wisconsin, bro.
Penn State.
Are you talking about, bro, youngin? Now you're getting beside yourself.
Saying,
I'm disrespected by this.
You go from a.
I feel disrespected, y'all. I'm absolutely appalled. I'm appalled by this. I cannot even believe. Where's the other cameraman? This man has lost his mind. The fact that he is even attempting to talk about Wisconsin, Michigan's. We're talking about teams that have never won a damn thing in their life. Talking about what they can do to USC, I am appalled at this. We go down to Auburn, we beat ass. We go down to Virginia Tech, we beat ass. We beat Arkansas with all these running backs. They had Peyton Hillis, they had McFadden. But bro, we're talking about first round draft picks that didn't do shit versus us, 70-0. When USC is on, can't no team in the world beat us, and even you know that. Because man, you told me you used to be a USC fan.
We talking about 15 years ago.
Oh my God!
Last year, USC won USC won like 5 games.
You know what's crazy? We got Lincoln Riley.
USC won 5 games.
We have Lincoln Riley.
So right now he's on the hope and the prayer.
You think? hey, bro, bet.
He's on the hope and the prayer.
Right now, it's on camera. What you want to bet that we win 10 games this year? Why don't you bet that right now, Big Mouth?
I don't know. I gotta wait and see.
Ain't no how you gotta wait and see. We on a wing and a prayer.
I gotta
Let's
wait
bet
for
it.
training camp.
I bet that we'll win double the games. No, I don't know because ECU's trash.
Double the game.
I think we definitely win double the games as y'all. Y'all weak. Y'all play Duke and lose.
Win
all the time. What are you talking about?
Never,
bro. Y'all play Duke.
We don't lose to Duke.
Who? Hold on. I need to know who else is. I need to know who else is really on. I gotta look up this. Let me look up since we all on this. Let's ECU schedule. Hold on, man. Since he wants to do that, bro. Do you know if we played in your conference, we'll go to the national championship every year because we'll play in the top 4. We'll be undefeated every year.
What's Reggie Bush doing?
Reggie, huh?
What's Reggie Bush doing?
Well, Reggie knows that we're the greatest team ever. Reggie's one of the greatest running backs that played in one of the greatest teams ever. Not to mention, I still have more touchdowns than him. And O.J. Simpson and all them. So Reggie know what's up. Like, we ain't gonna do that.
Okay, so listen, I don't want to beef with you.
Hold on, Campbell. Bro, these people, have you guys ever heard of Campbell? Campbell? Youngin, have you heard of Campbell University? Oh my God, these people play Campbell.
But listen,
Navy, South Florida, into...
Listen,
if you can't go to a bowl game playing them chumps, you're out of control, 2K.
Listen.
I don't even know how I'm arguing with you with this. I wish we could play y'all, because then you will understand, like, y'all get to understand levels. Bro, we'll beat y'all by 75.
No, you're lying.
Now that you're not playing, you were good. I'll take that. You're a Hall of Famer from ECU. But everybody else, bro, y'all got David Garrard.
No, we got other guys.
Y'all got Eric, what's the dude's name, the running back?
We got
he used to coach
We got
us.
Zay Jones.
Bro, what about your coach?
We got LenDale Joseph.
Who?
LenDale Joseph.
I don't know.
Yeah,
sorry,
Pro Bowl guys.
I'm not like I don't want to disrespect these dudes, but
I don't want to fuss with you.
I remember your fullback
because we already understand what it's gonna be by moving to the Big Ten. But I kind of want to move on a little bit, like. So, I ain't gonna lie. Like you said something earlier, you was like, I used to be a fan of USC. I'm not gonna say a fan.
I can't believe bro. Until you, I'm gonna walk off set if you don't tell the truth.
I enjoy what y'all had going on, right?
Now he wasn't a fan.
Just going back from it, like just watching, knowing like when they talk about USC,
yes sir,
and all the highlights and everything, right? Was President Bush,
yeah,
Matt Leinart and President Bush. And that was all the guys who got the Sports Center highlights and this and that. But if you was a true person that knows football and actually watched the game and just not the highlights on Saturday after the game and stuff like that, you could tell who was the guy that really softened the defense up or the guy that was a really game changer, like that's gonna get in there and do the dirty work. A lot of times those guys that's gonna get in there and do the dirty work, those guys are forgetting, are never really talked about. So those guys that's gonna do the dirty work, they never like, those guys don't get the Sports Center highlights. You know what I'm saying?
We definitely don't get the glory.
You don't get it. So a lot of times the people look at, they like, okay, Reggie Bush, like he was a top 3 pick. He was a President Bush, this and that.
Yeah.
And I'm not going to say hype because he was probably like one of the greatest college football
I gotta
players.
give it to him. He was one of the guys. When I seen him play, knowing his work ethic and all that, I know what you're saying. It wasn't hype by no means.
Yeah, he probably was one of those guys. But I want to give you your flowers because a lot of people don't understand, like, y'all's situation and don't understand, like, when you talk about the stats, the yardage, some of the things that you, like, I didn't even understand. So, like, some of the things that, like, you've told me, like, as far as yards and touchdowns, I don't think they know that. I'm giving you, this is your time right now to let them know, like,
shit. I definitely can't wait to talk my shit because, you know, you, like you said, it's, I mean, now that I'm like 30, I'm about to be 38 in December, bro.
40.
Bro, that man crazy as hell. Hey, all right, you got that one, big dog. But not, bro, when you get older, sometimes, like, you know, as you get older, you sometimes you forget, like, who you was or what you've done. Right. You know what I'm saying? You allow sometimes the Twitter fingers, you know, Instagram fingers to talk some shit, and you don't really, sometimes you don't remember. But sometimes I'm one of them dudes. I'm a number guy. You know this. I always go to black and white because people talk and they don't remember shit. So, like, I'm the type of nigga, like, when I went to USC, right, I was the freshman that had the most rushing yards, and Reggie was on the team. Before Ronald Jones came and broke my record, I was the freshman at USC with the rushing record that had the most rushing records. I mean, most rushing yards as a freshman. Not Reggie, not OJ, not Marcus Allen, not Ricky Bell. Like, none of these, you could name them. These are dudes that won Heisman, right?
Right.
My sophomore year, I go in there. I started. A lot of people wouldn't know this because, you know, the Reggie Bush hype. I had the most yards on the team rushing, and I had the most touchdowns. In between that, I was feeling myself a little bit because I knew this. I'm back-to-back national champ. I go into my junior year. Reggie's going in. He's an unbelievable athlete, and he's working out like a motherfucker, right? He's going crazy. And me, I ain't gonna lie, I'm hanging out. You know what I'm saying? I might have been, you know, smoking a little bit of weed and chilling. You see what I'm saying? I'm just being realistic.
So when you say you was hanging out,
yeah,
and this is, I understand it, but we got a lot of people that's gonna be watching this. So
so when I
want you to let them really, like, explain to them what you mean, like, when you was hanging out, because, like, being in college, we know, like, it ain't shit going on. It's either working out, going to class, and chilling. Like, hanging out is so for me. Let them understand.
So for me, y'all, hanging out, honestly, you gotta understand, I'm in Hollywood. So I'm with, like, Snoop Dogg. I'm hanging with Warren G. I'm hanging with Megan Goods. I'm really in Hollywood at this point. So, like, I done won back-to-back national championships. I done led my team in rushing and scoring. Snoop Dogg is picking me up from school. I'm in a Snoop Dogg movie called Bossing Up. I'm doing my thing. So hanging out to me was, you know, getting drunk, going to the club in Hollywood, and just living life. I remember going to, bro, I was in any and every club you can imagine in Hollywood after I won my second national championship. And for a second, I got caught up into that. You know what I'm saying? Because I thought that that's what life was. But then I'm going back in the spring, and Reggie's in life going crazy young. Like, when I tell you working out, like, this man was working out. You know, when you see him now, you be like, damn, Reggie be. People used to be like, bro, dog on shit. I'm like, nah, he ain't on shit because if you know Reggie from when he was growing up, dog, all he did was be in the weight room. You know what I'm saying? So
Right.
I seen him doing that, bro, and then I got suspended from spring football. So while everybody's working out and, you know, getting ready for the next year, this is my junior year coming up, I get suspended from spring football. I really don't get to go.
Yeah.
So I have surgery from my ankle, but they play it off like, you know, he has surgery so he can't go. Really, I can't go to spring ball, so they made me have surgery.
Right.
So now I'm not really catching on politics, y'all. This is politics.
But before you go on,
okay.
before the politics, because we're going to have young athletes
Yeah.
that's paying attention and watching
Yes, sir.
this, right? So that's kind of like a lesson within his own,
Yeah.
right? You said, and like I talk to, like when younger athletes talk to me and ask me, and I tell them like, man, as long as you stay focused and on point and whatever you want to do, you can accomplish it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that's an example right there. Reggie was in the weight room working out,
Yes, sir.
doing what he was supposed to do, and you was hanging out, getting drunk, this and that. And, you know, some guys can do it, know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, it just goes back to, like, what are you focused on?
It's discipline.
So do you think you open up that can for Reggie to be,
Oh,
Bush
no.
to be what he was because
For sure.
you're the leading rusher as a freshman. Y'all came in together
Yeah.
and all this. So, like, how does Reggie Bush become what he is if he's not even the starter, right?
He's
but
seeing
in the
me.
offseason, yeah, he's seeing you, but in
He's
the
seen me do
offseason,
this shit, and I'm like, nah, I'm bullshitting.
Yeah,
and
you-
he's like, I'm that guy, and I'm gonna work harder than him. So eventually, something's got to change.
and not even that, to the fact of he's working harder than you.
Well,
but
he really is.
But I'm saying that's just one factor. He's working harder than you.
Right.
But not even that. And what a lot of these younger kids don't understand, high school, college, he's in the facility and the coaches see him.
Yes.
They see how he's working. So guess
Right
what?
on.
They trust him.
So yes, so that
Yeah.
goes into, again, that's what he's saying, the politics. So I'm out of the building every day. I'm doing whatever I want to do, right? Like you said, I might be smoking and joking, drinking, doing what I'm doing. While Reggie's really in the building every day, he's lifting weights, he's working out with his coaches, he's watching film, he's doing all this extra shit, right?
Right.
And I'm not nowhere near to be found. So now we go into spring's over, training camp starts. Like you just said, I was a starter on all these sheets 2 years, right?
Right.
Now when we go in this year, guess who the starting running back is? Reggie Bush.
Right.
So now it's like not knowing what I was doing, like, because I was hanging out and not giving it my all at that time and not realizing that this is the opportunity, you know, in front of me. I'm giving this man every bit of, you know, the jump on me because I'm not
Right.
around.
Right.
Coaches don't believe in you if you're not around. Like you said, like, ain't no way in hell, Chris, like, realistically, if you're, and this happens again when I'm in the NFL, you know this because you was there. I happen to play with, you know, Reggie Bush and then Chris Johnson, CJ2K, so I can tell you all kind of rules in politics, but if the coaches aren't seeing you putting in that work, they're not going to believe it, bro. They seen him putting in that work, so when it was time to come in, he was the starting running back. So from that day forward, I had to show my coaches that I was on Reggie Bush level when the whole time I had already been the starting running back, leading the team in scoring. But now he putting in this work. I'm suspended. Now he's a starting running back, and I got to re-show them that I'm really dedicated and I want it just as bad as him. All right, so check it, young. I was, you know, I be scrolling on Instagram all motherfucking day. I don't care, but I happened to come across a little interview today where I seen Jamarcus Russell. And one of the dudes was talking about like how he might be the biggest bust of all time in the NFL, right? And to me, for somebody to come out and call somebody the biggest bust of the NFL, knowing how me and you grew up, right? And the fact that he was the #1 pick of all time, and the fact that he made, you know, $34 million to get drafted #1 overall.
35 guaranteed.
Oh, 35 million guaranteed.
60. His contract was 60.
He's 35 guaranteed and 60. In your life, do you ever see that as a bust? Like, how do you, How does somebody call somebody a bust, knowing where we come from, and you just hit a lick for, what's that, 18 million after taxes, 20 million after taxes?
But what is the credentials like of a bust? Is it like, yeah, you could say, if you say he a bust, that's football aspects.
Yeah.
But he's rich. He's made $35 million. So is that I get it in, when you go football terms, right?
Yeah.
I looked up some stats.
Yeah.
Right? And the first year, it really don't matter because as quarterbacks, either you the starter or sometimes they want you to learn behind somebody.
I prefer you to sit, man. Aaron Rodgers has had an unbelievable job because he sat. Tom Brady, my favorite quarterback in the world, he sat behind Drew, and he's Tom Brady now. I feel like you should sit.
Yeah, he sat. So the first year, he only played 4 games. He had 300 passing yards. The second year...
Wait, hold on, y'all. You said he played 4 games and only had 300 yards passing that in 4 games.
In 4 games. But, all right. So then the second year, he played 15 games. He had 2,400 passing yards. And then the third year, he played in 12 games and had 1,200 passing yards. Yeah. But...
who was his receivers?
It don't matter.
Yes, it does. I need to see... Hey, Young, sorry.
No, this is what I'm going to say.
I'm not trying to call him out because I think Jamarcus... Okay, Jamarcus is cool to me, and I don't want him to feel like he's disrespecting me because I ain't saying that.
What I want to speak on as far as when they say bust, right?
Yeah.
You have to look at organization.
Yeah.
You have to look at organizations. You have to look at head coaches.
For sure.
You have to look at offensive coordinators. You have to look at these positions because when you draft these guys, I feel like you have to draft these guys to fit your system.
Your scheme. You damn right.
To fit your scheme, right? So if I draft a guy and he don't do well, right? Does that mean it's his fault?
Or the scheme's
system,
fault?
The coach, the scouting department who scouted this guy, the coaches who drafted this guy, is that their fault? Like if
that's cold.
Let's speak about, I know we talking about Jamarcus Russell, but I want to talk about, let's say running back, because we both played that.
Yeah.
And in your whole college career, you played in a gap scheme, right?
Yeah, exactly.
You played in the gap scheme, and then zone scheme draft you.
Yeah.
And you don't do as well as you did in college.
You're right.
How are you a bust? Who fault is that? I feel like that's the coaching fault. Like, why would I draft a guy that's ran nothing but gap scheme into a zone, and we ran nothing but zone scheme?
2K, I have never been. You're correct. So you mean to tell me all these motherfuckers get paid all this money to do all this pre-game or pre-draft stuff, right? You go out and okay, so we know that this quarterback's coming out. We are a shotgun. I mean, no, we're an I team, right? We gonna line up in an I formation. Yeah. For those that might not know what I formation is, that's the fullback. You got your quarterback and the fullbacks directly behind it, and then the tailbacks rightly behind that. It's an I back. So that's what you get the I formation from. You got a tight end and 2 receivers. This is like a normal, when we were growing up, that was like a basic formation. So you draft a quarterback. Like, let's say, okay, I play with Vince Young, and this is I got to keep it real because I'm so sick of hearing shit about Vince Young and that he couldn't play in the league and that he might have been a bust or but when you look at his circumstances, right, you got a guy that played shotgun quarterback for so long, right? You draft him into the NFL, now you tell him just to hand the ball off an I formation or, give him the drop back looks where he's faking the ball and then, looking for, receivers. To me, I don't see how you help him when you draft him into that situation.
Right.
If you're smart in this situation, as I feel like the Titans should be, why would you not draft a quarterback that has been used to, taking shotgun snaps or I mean, sorry, not shotgun snaps, eye-back snaps. Even a Matt Lyon or, a Jay Cutler, some of these dudes that,
Right.
but you force the issue or you bring a guy in where he's not, like you said, comfortable in any of this at all. And now you say, oh, he's not ready or he's not prepared. It's like, what are you doing to prepare this man?
Exactly.
Like, you just drafted this man into a situation you knew he wasn't prepared for anyway.
Right. But I look at that like, you have to look at it like Vince Young, and I compare it to Lamar Jackson.
For sure.
Because sometime on draft day, you got certain guys that fall on your lap and it's like you can't pass them up. So, like, I feel like in that situation, if you talk about Vince Young, if Vince Young falls in my lap and I can't pass him up,
you got to take him.
Yeah, I have to take him. But guess what? I got to help this kid out. So, for example, when I say Lamar Jackson ended up falling in Baltimore. The Ravens' lap. Yeah. So guess what? We gonna draft this kid, but guess what? We gonna turn our offense into something that he can be successful. Like, but I don't care what you say.
That's mind blowing.
Listen, I don't care what you say. If you draft Lamar Jackson and put him in the same situation that you put Vince Young in, Lamar Jackson will fail.
I'm with you when you're right, Young.
You draft, like, I played with Vince Young. All the stuff that Lamar Jackson is doing now, that's what Vince Young was doing. So you bring Vince Young in and you do those same things with Vince Young, and Vince Young will be successful. And the crazy thing about it is, yeah, he'll be still playing to this day, but a lot of people say Vince Young wasn't successful, but they don't know football.
Yeah.
Look at Vince Young winning percentage.
He definitely won 70% of the games he played. It might be like 68, but I'm gonna round up to 70. That's right. Unbelievable. I played against him in the national championship game. He rushed for 200 and threw for 200.
Chill that shit.
He went crazy. Hey, just chill. Yeah. I mean, his knee was down. Vince, you know damn well your knee was down. I don't know about that shit. You know your knee was down. And now that I know how politics works, no, Bush probably called in and made sure that the damn all of a sudden that the replay didn't work.
Take your loss, man.
Okay, we'll take it. But like you said though, Young, if I would love to see that, bro. I would love to see Vince Young in an offense that was built around him instead of vice versa. Because when he did have that, Norm Chow, bro, I seen him not start for 7 games and then all of a sudden that man won Rookie of the Year.
Right.
Norm Chow did it. Then we get an offensive coordinator the next year and we lose 8 straight games and he doesn't do anything. So I don't know.
You're right about that. So we're going to get back to the Jamarcus Russell, right? So when they say biggest bust or whatever, so what I was trying to say is, are you going to dive in deeper to it? Like, are you going to look at the scouts, look at the coaches? Like, did you go and draft the guy #1 and then do your research? Like, if he didn't like, because I heard in the interview a lot, like, yeah, he studies, watch film, but he's not a big fan of it.
Yeah.
So you didn't ask the coaches that?
You're right.
You didn't ask the coaches, did he like to study? Or did you ask the coaches his work ethic? Or was he another one of those guys like you just couldn't pass up? So even if you couldn't pass up as an organization, let's say, Raiders, right?
Yeah, Oakland.
He went to the Raiders.
And I think he had like 3 different coaches in a couple years. But what I'm saying, the Raiders
drafted him, right?
Yeah.
So the Raiders are known for drafting guys, like, no matter what the situation is. Yeah. If the guy is fast as hell, they would draft him first round, no problems. They seen Jamarcus Russell, and he was just a freak athlete, and they just drafted him, no problems, without doing their due diligence. Know what I'm saying?
Because
so does that fall back on Jamarcus, or does that fall back on the organization?
I feel organizationally that it falls on them, because like you said, like, these teams go in there and they do so much due diligence when it comes to figuring out who they really be drafting. The fact that slipped up, or the fact that Nick Saban or whoever his coach was at the time didn't tell these people and they didn't believe it. Like, I don't know what happened. Like,
Right.
but that's what I'm saying. Do you think that shit LSU hid that from these NFL teams?
No way.
Because they do too. It's too much, man.
You know why
they know who
and
your
the crazy
mom dated
thing-
in high school,
no,
bro.
not
So they
even
know
that.
everything.
Nah, you know the reason why I can contest to that and say they didn't lie, because like within this last month or two, I took my own kids to these camps and I picked the brains of coaches, head scouts, and this and that, right?
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me that they're gonna lie for one person and that's really gonna mess up everybody else, because they be like, oh, y'all done lied to us about Jamarcus, and everybody else that y'all that we ask about y'all that's coming out of LSU, we know y'all lying. Know what I'm saying? So it's like we can't trust what y'all saying about these kids coming out of LSU. So we can't even really. So they're not going to do that, because what we don't understand a lot of time is bigger than us. I don't care if you the best quarterback in the nation, number 1 draft pick that year. Guess what? Our organization, our program is bigger than that. Because this shit got to keep going. LSU got to continue to compete. We got to still keep getting recruits in. So now, guess what? If our guys are not going top picks and not getting drafted, all of because we done lied about a certain player, guess what?
You fall to
you
the
gonna
wayside.
fuck up your recruits.
But you know, okay, this might be this adds all the way to that. We might, because we already talked about Jamarcus, and you know what, Jamarcus, no, we got nothing but love for you, because
Hold up, before you get off that though, that's one thing that I want to ask you about, right?
Oh, don't do it.
I need to ask you about this, because a couple people might look at it different.
Okay.
Right? And I watched the interview, and I get some points on what he's saying. So, right, if you draft me, I'm a young kid, and basically I know what I'm supposed to be doing.
Yeah.
But what do you feel about, like, why you playing games with me like that? Like, okay.
What games are they playing?
Because I'm talking about, like, if you know I'm your starting quarterback, why in the hell are you going to give me a blank tape to go watch film on and ain't shit on there?
That ain't playing games.
It is.
2K, see, this man's out of fucking.
No, I'm just saying, like,
Lord,
I'm just saying, like, why are you gonna play like that?
That's not playing games.
How not?
2K, we all know. Everybody in the league, bro. So listen, we go from. So when you're in college, no, that's not a game. So young in college, they give you film, right? And you got to go home and study. They give you on iPads, whatever. You study this shit. Bro, in the NFL as a starting quarterback, and I just gave you $35 million, right? Guaranteed. I already talked to Nick and Les Miles and them, and they told me your ass don't be studying. They told me this. That's what we don't realize. Like, we be thinking we're so slick and we all slick in the game. I'm one of them dudes, y'all. I thought I can out slick the game. I know this because I played with 2K, and I wasn't watching film, was I? That's why he's laughing. I wasn't watching film. I wasn't up at the thing doing that. What was you doing? Was you up there watching film? Or was you working out? Hell yeah, he was. So I know this because I'm a living. I live this shit too. As a starting quarterback, bro, he is supposed to know what you're doing, the X, Y, Z, the fullback, and every bit of the lineman. He's supposed to know, right? So even if, right, I give you a CD that's nothing on it anyway, and I give it to you, and I ask you tomorrow what's on it, if you're sincerely trying to be my starting quarterback and I'm the coach, and I ask you what's on it, and you're like, oh yeah, cover 3 and cover 2, and there's nothing on that, bro, I don't want you as my starting quarterback. I'm sorry to tell you, that's not playing games. That's being real as fuck. You're absolutely out of your mind, and I knew you was gonna do this because I asked your coaches at LSU, and they said you was gonna do this, and now
but they couldn't. No. The coaches couldn't have told them
they
that.
Did.
That's what I'm saying.
That's why they did
didn't.
that.
They couldn't have told them that because they wouldn't have picked them number 1 if they If LSU coaches told them that, ain't no way they would have picked them number 1.
2K, they picked Maurice Claret. Hey, look.
It doesn't matter, no.
Bro, they picked Maurice Claret up in a supplemental draft, bro. Mike Williams went 10th overall. Charlie, like, bro, there's so many people. There's so many people that they say,
bro,
like, listen.
There's no way that they told, like.
Yes, they did.
Listen, it's no way that LSU.
You just told me.
It's no way that LSU told Oakland Raiders that Jamarcus Russell don't study.
They did.
None of that.
It might have not been LSU 2K.
No way. It wasn't not the type of money they was giving back then.
But you know this better than anybody because we lived this. It probably wasn't LSU, but somebody told them, listen,
who?
I don't know. Somebody around, because you know there's people, bro, that always drop a dime. Before every draft, you always notice. How come there's always some type of jewel that comes out before every draft on some kid? He either did this. Oh, the kid that had the bong in the picture, all of a sudden. Like, there's always something that tries to, like, take away from you as a draft pick when you're coming out. You know that, young. So you know that there was somebody out there that was like, hey, you taking Jamarcus? Bruh, listen, you know he don't study. There was somebody that said that. And they was like, you know what? I seen what this kid did at LSU. You know, bruh, how many?
So are you saying
I
thought they
seen players
can change
get
him?
drafted running 4 3s in the second round, bro, that never did nothing.
Who?
I'm not.
Okay. Listen. Okay. So listen.
That man said, "Oh my God, bro!" They called him cockroach though.
So
Cause they say he used to, like, you know, when you cut on the lights. I grew up, like, back in my day when I was growing up, I had cockroaches, and that's what made me want to go to the NFL because I never once had this shit again. But I had a running back I played with. They call him cockroach. You know why? When you turn the lights on, you know how cockroaches go to the dark. They just run straight to the dark. They said every time they hand this man the ball, he would run not the hole, but the hole that already was covered up. So they called him cockroach. I think you remember his name too. So what was his name, young?
I don't know. So
cockroach. You out
that's
there,
what
man.
I'm saying. So who takes the blame for that? If we want to go back to when they saying bus, right? All these bus.
Yeah.
So
This man.
can we continue to blame it solely on the athletes?
No.
Or can we blame it because I'm not going to lie to you. Me playing so long in this league, I know you can, a good player or a great player, sometimes you don't put them in the right situation, they won't be as good as they could be. They won't reach their full potential. So, like, a lot of these players, you can't ultimately be like, oh, they're a bust. Like, when they get with a bad, that's just like,
you go to
that's
Cleveland.
just like, I don't care who the hell you are. You get a person and you draft them to the Cleveland Browns.
Oh my God, no. Please don't draft me to
No, I'm
Cleveland.
just saying, you go to Cleveland Browns and they don't be successful. Like, the organization and the culture in Cleveland is just not good. I don't know anybody that went to Cleveland besides, what's your boy name? Running back.
Chubb
and
the other dude from
the other guy that came from Kansas City.
They
Chubb,
run that. They run really good.
Yeah, they.
What's the dude with the dreads? I know they're not dread, but he played for Kansas City. He was running it.
Yeah, they run it
He
good.
run
But
good.
like, if you talk about quarterbacks and organization changers, it's nobody that I know that played quarterback that went to Cleveland Browns.
Baker
and was successful.
Baker took them to the playoffs. And listen, fuck that. Baker had Jarvis Juice Landry. He had Odell Beckham. He had
So was
Chubb.
he successful?
I mean, they gave him every opportunity. They just traded his ass. I don't know if, you know what I'm saying?
No, was he successful?
He went to the playoffs. What success? Like, yes, he was successful
Well, he
in
went
a
the
sense.
first round?
Yeah, he went. He was the #1 pick overall.
No, I say,
from
did
them.
he go to the first round in the playoffs and did what?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Cleveland. When
Yeah,
you
but no.
when you haven't been to the playoffs
Then
in 30
again-
years and then you go to the playoffs, that's a success.
Yes, but I
then
think hold up. I think they went to the playoffs on like a 7-9 record though. You in the Cleveland division. Who's in that division?
They got some shit. They got some
Cincinnati.
Baltimore and Steelers and
Yes.
Cincy. But it's before Joe Burrow. So Joe Burrow's legit, right? Baker's kind of What I'm saying is, I know Baker was kind of when Baker only gave Odell Beckham maybe a touchdown or two in 7 years or however long he was over there, and then he goes over to the Rams and has 5 in 2 games. So then they say like Baker Mayfield. I think Baker Mayfield absolutely shitted on the money. He had a great team in Cleveland. What's crazy to me is that, like you said, if that was Vince Young, if that's Lamar Jackson, if that's any. Unfortunately, if that's another quarterback, they don't get any of that.
Right. Do you know Baker career?
Oh my God, he loves this phone. He can't wait to do this. That's what I get for saying I'm a numbers guy.
Baker
man.
career winning percentage?
He's about a good 56.
50.
He plays in Cleveland.
He's 30 and 30.
Bro, but oh my God, yeah. So listen, Tim Couch, Johnny Manziel, Baker Mayfield, Cody Kessler. I can name so many good quarterbacks that might have been good, but like you said, drafted to them sorry ass Browns. So I'm with you when you're right. Matt who?
Matt Leinart.
Well, he didn't get drafted to the sorry ass Browns.
But we just talking about
all what?
Because he's on the bus list. I'm not saying he's a bus, but he's on the list. So I know that's your quarterback.
He's not a bust.
I know that's your quarterback.
He happened to play
don't talk about my quarterback crying and all that shit.
Yeah.
But I know he's your quarterback. So
I don't think they're bust. What I'm saying is when you get drafted to some of these organizations, some of these coaches are so fucking like they're so narcissistic in a way because they believe in what they think that what they're gonna do is works. And it's like I done play with so many people that have never really won a national, or I mean not national, but like a Super Bowl. So it's like, how do you? I get appalled on how many recycled offensive coordinators there are in the NFL that's never won.
Right.
It amazes me that how you get fired, you were just 6-10 at one team and you get hired to another team, and it's like you do the same shit, but they keep recycling. It has to be some type of change at the helm.
Right.
We got to get these old ass mentalities out of the coaching spots where they think that, oh, you're going to either run my offense or you're going to beat it. When it's like, no, like you should really run your offense around these guys or set your defense up around the guys you're drafting. Until they do that, bro, a lot of these teams are going to continue to not have success. Some of these teams have caught on to that. The Rams. Man, McVay's young ass understands that. Shanahan down in San Francisco knows what he has. These younger coaches, they get it, and they put their Joe Burrow. Yes. They got these young coaches put their guys in positions to fucking win games. We got these old dudes that refuse to change their mindsets, and they just gonna fall by the wayside.
So that's what I'm saying. So what do you think happened with Matt Leinart? Is it more so he coming up? Is it more so Matt Leinart was overrated, or
hell no,
or was it
fuck
more?
No.
No, I'm not that. Or he
Matt Leinart was up for a Heisman every year. He's starting quarterback.
Shit, Trent, what's his name?
He played with Kurt Warner. That was
Trent Richardson was up for the Heisman too.
Yeah. But that's different. Like that? Quarterback.
But what I'm saying though, but what I'm getting back to,
if you play for, you know this. If you play for a coach that don't want you to be successful as a quarterback, will you be successful?
No, you won't. But what I'm saying is, can you say, I don't feel like he was a bust, Matt Leinart, but it could be because he played weak-ass Pac-12. Pac-10, what it was, Pac-10, some shit like that.
2K.
Weak-ass Pac-10. So of course he was that. And like,
what is his conference?
Like, no, I'm just saying, the conference could have been weak and he was just that, and he got to lead and didn't work out. So I'm asking you, what do you think it was with Matt Leinart?
It's coaching. It was coaching. It was all coaching. Because, bro, you don't take somebody like Kurt Warner. I remember this. Like, Kurt Warner, I think, had just went to the Super Bowl the year before that. Remember, they lost to Pittsburgh. I remember because Larry Fitzgerald caught a slant, went crazy. Like, you know what I'm saying? But then you bring Matt Leinart in. Kurt Warner's on his way down.
Matt was already in at that time.
Nah.
No, he was.
Bro, what I'm saying.
When caught that slant, Matt Leinart was already there.
That's what
Matt Leinart probably was just
right. So you go from Kurt Warner to Matt Leinart. Like, what I'm saying is, like, sometimes, like, coaches, bro, you know it. They're arrogant.
Right.
I don't want to teach you everything. Like, when you go from a dude like Kurt Warner that just literally had the greatest show on turf with Marshall Faulk, Torrey Holt, Isaac Bruce, then you get him over here in Arizona and he's running the show. Now you have to really teach a rookie quarterback or a younger quarterback how to run the show. Some guys ain't really on that. And then it's like, oh, you're a prima donna. You went to USC. You should know this. You should know that. And it's like, no, you're the coach. You should teach me this. Just because I did this at USC does not mean, like you said, this is the NFL. Work with me. Like Jamarcus said earlier on this damn thing, what was he doing? They weren't coaching him. They would talk shit about him because of the shit he would do or how much money he made, but they never got him in and would actually coach him.
So you don't feel like he was a bust?
I don't feel like, I don't feel like...
Jamarcus.
I don't feel like, bro, whenever you make it to the NFL, knowing how it's the 1%, the 0.1%, nobody's a bust when you make it to the NFL.
Right. I don't.
You may
feel
not
like
live
he
up
was a
to
bust.
expectations of other people, but knowing what I came from and that I got drafted 45th overall, and knowing how many people wanted to get drafted and ain't never felt that, ain't no way in hell I'm a bust. So when people be on the internet and be like, oh, LenDale, you smoke weed or you drink Patron, and I be like, listen, buddy, I did it, and you know me. I don't get offended by that. Right. I love the fact that you can call my name out and say that I did it. Again, young, me and you are the 0.1%. That's not a bust. Oh. You know how hard it is to be 99, that 0.1? You know how like when they get your kids, when they say the kids is like that 99.9% your father, and then there's that 0.1, that's us. You know how hard it is to be that 0.1 where they like, oh, you ain't the father? Shit, man, ain't no way in hell I'm a bust. And then I made 30 million plus.
Yeah.
Do you know how many people ain't never sniffed $1 million in their life?
So that's what I'm saying. So what is it? Is he a bust?
Hell no.
Is Jamarcus Russell
Hell no, Jamarcus ain't a bust. Like he said.
Whose fault is it?
It's the teams. They should have knew better. They should have. It's not him. Cause like he said, when he go around here, people, I'm that nigga. Yeah, I am Joe. Bro, when we go around our people, bro, ain't nobody in our life did what we done. So how are we bust?
I understand that, but what I'm saying is, if he's not a bust, and you saying he didn't study, he didn't do this, whose fault was it?
Listen.
Like if I'm so my point, this is my question. Before I send you home the blank film, right? Yeah. I'm sending you home film that got stuff on it, right?
Yeah.
And you know how it is, like we're playing these games, we're doing this, right? So, you know, me, you, smart guy, are just people that play the game, coaches and all, they can tell if a player is studying.
Right.
Or not. Like, they don't have to, like, know. Like, they can tell just off by their play and by watching the game and watching film on that player if they study or not. Know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
They can tell that. So being that, okay, if they
said,
but what I'm saying is,
to make sure.
But okay,
point,
so
they wanted
my
to make
point,
sure.
Okay, exactly.
Like,
bro,
we literally just we paid this man all this money for him to lie to our face.
So that's my thing. So if you know, or this player is not watching film, this and that, how can you blame the coaches? How can you say it's their fault?
It is because you knew.
I'm just asking. I'm not saying you're right or wrong. I'm just asking.
I know, but this goes back to me telling you, bruh. Do you remember years ago that these people got in trouble for asking the player's mom what she was doing prior to having him, or like how she was raised? Like talking about, like, I don't remember. It was something like the line, like how she was living sexually, right? Youngin, there's no way in hell. There was a running back from Washington, the running back. He was LSU, the running back. Remember, he said, I'll never forget it, because he was like, they was asking me questions about what my mom was doing, right? 2K, when you get in that room and these people start asking you questions, you know for certain they know everything you've been doing in the last 10 years.
Yeah.
So there's no way, again, that you can tell me that you didn't know that this man wasn't studying. You just hoped. Sometimes you right. They go on a wing and a prayer. They be like, no, we can change him. This man is an unbelievable athlete. He can throw the ball 90 yards in the air. He's this. We can change him. It's no different than like women sometimes. They get a man that they know is a player, right? Nigga been hitting bitches, having girlfriends all over. I'm going to be the one to change him. And then what happens? 6 months later, when they find out or go through the phone, they be like, oh, he still has girls. No, you ain't changing me. I am who I've always been. They can't change that. Right. Jamarcus was that. He just told you, bro, we watched the interview today. He said, man, I don't watch film. I don't never did. I just go out there and what? Make plays. Boy, when that man went in that interview, I guarantee you he told him the same shit. But they was like, nah, we can change him.
Oh, you think he told him that? I don't know.
If they didn't tell, yeah, hell yeah. He told him.
I don't think so. You know you coach.
Okay, so now they failed him.
And that combine, them agents, they coach you up.
No, they didn't. Not him.
They coach you up for
not
interviews.
Him.
Yes, they do.
Not J-Rock.
Yes,
J-Rock told you I make plays.
Ain't no way that nigga...
Yeah, that nigga, man. Ain't no way that nigga ain't who.
Listen.
J-Rock said I make plays and they thought that was all that they needed.
Listen, ain't no way he went in there and told them that...
Yeah, right.
He don't watch film. He don't study. Ain't no way. Not trying to be the number
Okay,
one
so
pick.
what I'm saying is this, though.
Ain't no way he went in there and said that.
But the fact that he goes on the interview today...
It's over with now.
Right.
It don't matter. He already got his 35.
But what I'm trying to tell you is 2K.
He can say that now. He wasn't saying that.
It's been evident. Everybody at LSU knew he didn't study Tim. That's what So it might not have been Nick Saban.
So that's like a female, bro.
That,
Go back to a female.
No, it was not Nick Saban or Les Miles, young. It was somebody around there who was like, man, I wouldn't drive that man. He don't study film. You know that. Because guess what? Somebody knew I failed a test at USC, drug test. Guess what before I got drafted? Randomly, what happens before I get drafted in the LA Times? This is a true-ass story. You can look it up. Randomly, LenDale fails a drug test at USC the day before draft comes out. Who knows this? Somebody at USC knows that. They're going to release it.
Right.
Like you said, we got to save draft picks, bruh. We can't just keep lying to these teams and do it because we need people to get drafted. Right. So I might have told you a fib or I might not have told the all the way truth. But listen, somebody in that organization told them, yeah, Jamarcus probably don't study as much as you want him to. Or he probably's not a big, okay, that's the way around it. He's not a big film guy. They probably never said he don't study, but they was like, hey, before you draft him, he's probably not a big film guy. And it's like, oh, don't worry about that. We'll change him.
So who fault is it?
That's the teams. It ain't Jamarcus.
The team that drafted his
That's
fault.
not Jamarcus, because he told you I don't like film. He just told me.
He never told
He told me
that,
today.
Though.
And that was enough for me to know that I know he done told everybody else. You crazy. See, that's what you always try to do, bro. You try to play that bullshit. You know that's
back
bullshit.
To a female. It goes same back
Don't
to
go through my phone.
No, not even that.
Yes.
It goes back to a female. Like,
this man crazy.
No, it goes back to it. Like a lot of times.
You believe in him?
No, it goes a lot of times where like even if you meet a female, right, and your intentions is not to wife her up or anything like that.
Okay.
Like you're not, and she like, oh, I'm looking for this, and that. If you're a certain thing, like you just trying to hit or something like that, you ain't gonna be like, man, I'm just trying to hit. You gonna play the game to hit. So the same thing with getting drafted.
But wait. Because she probably done had some friends.
The same thing with getting drafted. I know I want to be the number one pick.
So
I'm not finna go in here and tell these people that I don't watch film. I'm telling them, yeah, I watch film. I do this. I'm gonna tell them that.
Then you know, see, but 2K, again, then you know you're getting lied to because I just went in here and I told you.
Nobody finna go in there and say that shit.
See, what you're failing to realize, I know what you're saying. I know we finesse that. But you can't finesse the coaches. You could probably go in there and lie and say, yes, I watch film, but bro, Nick Saban told him, hell no, he doesn't study. I'm telling you. He was probably drinking a cup of lean before he went in there. Because they got caught. Bro, this is all on film and they know that. This is known that he already got caught doing whatever he was doing. They know this. This is already known, young. So when they go in there and they ask this man a question and he lied to their face, yeah, they probably thinking, okay, no. So what I'm asking you, okay, same shit. If LeBron go in there and lie about some shit and he the number one overall, do you think they're not going to still draft him number one? Fuck no. He lying to our faces, but he's LeBron James. Come on. Everybody had already rated this man number one. Don't matter if you lied to his face or not. So in the NFL world, we're not going to let you get the guy that we think is number one. That's why they rate your ass and they give you a number rankings because, like you said, if this is the best possible at this position or at this time, guess what they're going to do? Draft you.
When I went to college, it was more like, shoot, we going to college. Our goal is, everybody say, don't put all your rocks into one bucket, this and that, but everybody know as athletes what it was.
Trying to get there.
We going to college to get there.
I'm going to college to go to the NFL.
That's the only thing that matters. So it's like, when I got there, the hunger and everything, my focus, everything was on doing whatever I had to do to make it to the league, because I know once I made it to the league, it was gonna change my family life. It was just gonna change everything around me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So, you know, we go to college, like even once, like people don't understand, like when we came up, even when we went to college, it was still a struggle.
Period.
Know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
we're not in our mama house no more, our parents' house no more, this and that. But guess what? We got 3-4 guys out the team. We're all staying in this one house or apartment.
With no cell phone.
No cell phone. We busting down. After you pay the rent and the bills, you might have $200, $300 left for the rest of the month to survive on. So guess what? We're eating
top
bologna sandwiches, top noodles, all that stuff, right?
Yeah.
So the struggle is still there.
The struggle has been
so like
real.
Once you go to college, when we was coming out, it's still like I'm still struggling.
Hell yeah.
But now with the NILs, it's like once you go to college, you made it. So my whole thing with it is I'm afraid for the younger athletes, because if I go to college, right?
Yeah.
And I'm not used to no money, even if I get a $500,000 NIL deal, I'm living.
Yes.
I could do whatever I want to do, like especially in college.
Yeah, you
so
rich.
that don't even go to kids getting $1 million, $2 million, $3 million, $4 million. So say I'm going to college and I sign, I got a $4 million NIL deal, and I know I got that.
Yeah.
Where's the hunger? Am I still gonna be hungry to make it to the next level? Because like me and you know, if I sign for $2 million, that ain't no money, because after taxes, they done hit you. So it's like, damn.
And then you got to go back home and take.
Then you got to go home to take care of everybody.
All.
Lawyer money, all different type of stuff gonna be coming from everywhere around you.
Yeah.
So it's like, I got this. That's just a lot of kids. Are they gonna look at it like a stepping stone? Are they gonna look at it like I made it? Because I feel like that first deal is like a stepping stone to the bigger bag.
Hell yeah.
So when we came out, that first rookie deal was a stepping stone to the bigger bag.
Yeah.
Now it's like that NIL deal.
That's the rookie deal.
That's the rookie deal now.
Yeah.
And you know, we know 1 million people, not necessarily 1 million, but we know a lot of people who comes into the league and feel like they made it.
Yeah,
and after that, like, is that, and they never make it to that second, third deal. Know what I'm saying? So, like, is it going to be like, oh, I got an NIL, I done made it, this and that? And are they going to still have that same hunger to make it to the bigger bag? And not only that, what I want you to touch on is everybody knows when you get money, that create distraction. That create trouble. That create groupies, women.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. So now you gotta, like, you gonna have certain women around, like when you're in college and you the man, you gonna have those certain women around. Yeah. But now when they know, Hollywood. Oh shoot, I go to Georgia Tech, I live in Atlanta, and this young fella
got a 10-ball.
18-year-old, and he just signed for $8 million. That's distractions.
2K.
So like, how do you get around all that?
Oh my God, that's a crazy question you ask, because honestly, young, I've never thought about it in that sense, right? Bruh, I know when I went to Atlanta at 21 years old and I seen like that lifestyle, like what was happening there, it changed me forever. LA was unreal because like I was in Hollywood, right? There's nothing like Hollywood in the world, man. So like having money in Hollywood, it can change you. But to answer directly to your point, it's going to be very interesting to see, because bro, you're going to have your bad apples. You're going to have those kids that regardless of how much money you offer them, or what you thought a parent, whatever that the parent thought they plan was for their kid, right? You're gonna have your bad apples that's gonna take that money and probably run. We'll probably never hear from some of these kids ever again. Like, you're right. There's gonna be the ones that get that $6 million NIL deal and say, I made it.
Right.
Like, boy, I made it. I made it. I don't care about shit you talking about. I'm out of here. But then I also have some of them kids that let's talk about us. Like, we did get Pell Grants. I don't know. See, that's where
you can't put us in it because we never touched millions.
Pell Grants and
all we know was millions was once we got drafted.
A month ain't the same.
Exactly.
When you can give me $350,000 to go buy a Lamborghini, or I don't know, young.
We can't compare to it.
I can't lie. Yeah, it's going to be very
because what you're talking about is
different.
It's different, but it's different. But it's like what we dreamed of our whole lives is
now attainable in high school, in college.
In college, we dreamed of having this big old mansion. We dreamed of being able to go buy a sports car. Now I can do this in college.
In college.
So guess what? What am I doing here?
Well, so look, I got to play devil's advocate, and
I
got it 22, but some of them might feel that and be like, I need more. You know how it is. Some people that touch a little bit of power or get a little bit of power in a job and they be like, I need to be more. Some of them are going to see that and be like, okay, I can do this right here. And this is what I'm touching, and I'm the man here. But that some of us sits here still like, yeah, this is cool. And yes, I'm touching big paper in the college. I want to go to the NFL. I gotta feel that.
Yeah.
Like, I want to feel that. So again, you're gonna have your bad apples that get that good money and run the fuck out of there and get the hell gone.
You're gonna have a lot of bad apples.
You are, but then you're gonna have them kids. You're gonna have kids like Archie Manning's nephew, that nigga been around money his whole life.
Yeah, but
fuck 10 million. What is 10 million to a dude that literally has Peyton, Archie, and fucking Eli Young? Like, really, what is that? He's really raised around that. So now it's like, bro, I've never had to want or need for anything. Now
but
really
saying that, but come on, bro.
But you're right. I understand what you're saying.
You talking about Archie Manning, bro. That's like
I get
the percentage of that. What's the percentage of that?
Well, what you mean?
The NFL
2K, the Twins is coming?
No, but listen, the NFL and a lot of college football is made up of lower poverty.
Yeah, it's poverty.
It's not of people who coming in that used to money. So you can't speak on that. That's nothing. So Archie, he can't even be in this conversation.
But that's okay
because he used to money.
Okay, knowing where you come from, right? When you got, I know it's the league and it's different, but like when you got your first little bit of money, did you say, okay, yeah, the Titans paid me my little 10, 12, 13, whatever. I don't know. You could drop it down and shut the fuck up. Don't do that dumbass shit. You see what I'm saying? He wanted to go and drop real numbers.
Nah, I ain't.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is when they gave you a little Rockefeller hush up money and it's like, here go 10 or 12 million, like, what did that make you want? Like, once you
I wanted more.
But that's what I'm saying. Some of these kids, that's what I'm saying. Some of these kids are going to see what money can get them and, like, the power that it comes with it, right? They ain't going to be complacent. Like LeBron. LeBron was dubbed the king at 18. He got some millions, but guess what? Them shit sat with him, and he was like, man, yes, I'm LeBron. I'm getting this money, but I want to be the greatest of all times, and that shit sat with him, and he kept working for it. Of course, you're going to have us all. You're going to have the bad apples, like I said.
But how many? That's my thing is.
It's going to be a lot more now than there ever has been. You're going to get.
Do you think it's going to be more?
There's going to be a lot more kids that show
more
money.
Than exactly. I feel like
it'd be a good 20. Like it'd be a 30% of these kids that were supposed to. I say 30.
I think more.
And that's like 5-star, 4-star kids where they're supposed to.
It don't matter now because the all-star kids, when they go to college and they become something and they'll get more money. But this is what I'm saying though. Like, I feel like it's going to be more kids to where it's a distraction. Not necessarily where you saying, okay, I done got this deal. I feel like I made it, right? That's only one part of it.
You saying these kids are going to be on campus with a sack. Yeah,
bro,
man. It's gonna
do you
be
imagine, just answer this, right?
I lived on campus pretty good, but I never had fucking $150,000 in my account.
Just answer this. You was in
Oh my God, yeah.
You was in LA.
Oh my God.
Right? Even though you played for USC, I'm pretty sure it was certain things that you was able to do. Like, it was certain things that you was able to do while you was there, being that you was at USC and y'all was winning these championships. It was certain things that you was able to do.
Yeah.
But it was still like, at the end of the day, like, bro,
I ain't got it financially.
Imagine LenDale White. You already said that you was on tour with Snoop.
Right.
And you was doing this stuff. And that was all because Snoop messed with you, right?
Yeah, and I'm a good
Imagine LenDale White in LA
with $10 million.
$10 million.
As a freshman.
And I don't need Snoop to do whatever. I'm a freshman. I got $10 million. I'm in Hollywood. I can do all this stuff. Not even that. I'm LenDale White. I'm LenDale White with $10 million.
Oh my God.
And I got a Lamborghini in LA. All you got to do is pull up to the club in a Lamborghini, go in there and do your thing. You already know, and TMZ on you, all that. You already know, like, what's the number one thing that causes trouble when you go to these NFL symposium, college symposium.
It's
they come
drinking
in,
and women.
hold up, yeah, and they come there and talk to you and do this and that. It's drugs, it's alcohol, and it's women. And now you got $10 million, you got a Lamborghini, and you're in Hollywood and Los Angeles, and you got this stuff.
2K, you're hitting.
So that's what I say, distractions. It does not necessarily mean like I got this money and I made it and I'm content. No, it's distraction. And all of that pulls away from the extra work I need to put in on the field, the extra film study, the extra weight room. All that,
even like when I was talking to you and you at ECU and it's like, ain't shit around here. We about to go hit the stadium.
On Saturday, we finna go get the stadium.
Yeah, but I got 10 million. I ain't probably hitting no stadiums.
On Sunday, guess what? Me and all the position groups, like, we know we off and we got work on Monday. Like, Monday we got this. Guess what? We finna go get some extra gases in.
Yeah,
But guess what? Boy, I'm in LA. Guess where I'm going? I don't even got to tell you where I'm going on Sunday.
Man.
Tell me.
I'm going to Playhouse. I'm going to Penthouse.
No, not Playhouse. Where you going on Sunday?
I'm going to Penthouse a day party
My point. So you think you going to run gases or stadiums after you leave Penthouse?
Okay, so 2K.
No, you're not.
All right, but
my
Reggie
point.
I wouldn't have, but Reggie would have.
Maybe.
No, he would have.
Yes. Because why?
Because we already.
Because he had it at that time?
I don't know. I mean, the story says this shit. He was still working out.
No, I'm just asking.
That's what I'm saying. No matter, some of these kids, regardless if they have it or not, right, they going to still go get it because they want more of it.
Some. I'm not saying everybody. But I'm just saying the type of distractions it is because it starts even from high school.
So what I'm saying is, what you're saying is, you really believe 50% of these kids about to fuck their life up with this money.
My thing is like,
give me a number. Fuck that.
No, but this is what I'm trying to tell you.
Political.
No,
how
I'm
many
not
kids
being political.
But
before I tell you this,
how
what
many
I'm
kids you
saying
think gonna
is,
fuck up their life?
I'm the type of person where I like to think good in things.
So
I want them. I don't want them to be this way. I want them to succeed and not go the way that I'm saying. But at the end of the day, I'm talking about life.
You talking about based on what you seen,
I'm
what
talking
you've
about
experienced.
life.
Yes, because we've all been to school with.
I'm talking about life. So yes, like I say, it's gonna be at least 50% or more gonna fuck up because, like,
50?
Because I know,
bro. I don't think 50. So what I'm saying is, okay. So even so you say 50. How many? What's the percentage of 5 stars now, before NILs, or 4 stars now, that come in and don't pan out? I have to know that before I can say the NIL deal changed, because if you're a 5 or 4 star now, right?
Yeah.
And we ain't gave you a fucking dollar, but you come to our university and you still don't pan out, like, you was gonna be a dud regardless.
Not even a dud, but it's like a lot of those guys, like, when you rank so high and you go certain places, you feel like
shit need to be handed to you.
Exactly.
I'm a
they
baby
owe you
already.
this.
They act like Honey Johnson. They act like your baby.
No, but guess what? Guess what? When you're a 4 star, 5 star, look how early it starts. I'm a 5 star recruit. You recruit me. Hey, guess what? If I come here, you got to give me. You got to give me the world. No, you got to give me. I want to wear number 2.
Okay.
If you don't give me number 2, I'm going somewhere else.
Period. That's how babies act. I was,
You're
hey,
spoiled.
2K, I was, but so I was
what?
one of them niggas. I had to get 21 at USC.
Exactly, but
going.
guess what? So then, okay, we give you number 2. That's where it starts. So we know we want you. We gave you number 2. If you want, you come in. This one, you're spoiled already. You feel like everything is given to you. So when we actually get here and you're this guy, but guess what? This guy that we never known that came from where? From Kentucky. And this guy is really good.
Right.
And he might be better than him. But he's probably a 3-star or 2-star. But he just went highly ranked. Know what I'm saying? So then guess what? So you
now
feel like, so guess what?
No, but see,
hold
now
on,
he's
no,
I'm saying.
No, I get it, but what I'm saying.
No,
but what I'm saying.
Okay,
but
so,
hold on, wait.
No,
but what I'm saying is, hold on, wait.
5 stars ain't balling now. That 3-star ain't got a damn dollar gonna come take that man's job.
No, but what I'm saying is, hold on, no. But what I'm saying is, so this guy, he's coming in, he's a 2-star, 3-star.
Right.
So guess what? He's here now. He's doing all this extra work. He's working this and this 5-star. He ain't working like that. He ain't doing that because he know, man, I was 5-star recruiting this class. I know I'm the starter, this and that, whatever. He ain't putting in the extra work.
But 2K, how long has that been?
How
long has that always happened?
It's always the same.
How long has that happened?
So guess what? The 5-star gonna come in with a $10 million deal. The 2, 3-star gonna come in with
nothing and probably end up in the league and do better.
Point.
But what I'm saying
so that's
is,
where it's messing you up.
No, it's messing.
Because some 5-star, you get a 5-star like AP come in and it's just
okay. But what I'm saying is maybe you should do this then. So what I'm saying with NIL, because I get what you're saying. So what they should do is what you're saying. Lock a NIL up till they're done with college. Okay, let you not struggle. I don't want you to struggle.
I don't want you to.
I don't want you to struggle. No, because what I'm saying is this. I ain't saying I'm putting words in your mouth, but what I'm saying is what I'm getting from you is saying, if you was to give a kid $10 million as a freshman, he's probably going to fuck up. But if you say, listen, yes, this money's here and you got it. Okay, you can draw, let's say, I don't want you ever hurting. So $5,000 a month, because that's you know this as well at Pell Grant. There's no way you can spend $5,000. Then it might, but it will. But what I'm saying is, what you're saying is, if I give a nigga all this money straight up and I give it to him, he's gonna probably be a bust. But if I can hold this money, he's probably not gonna be a bust. That's what you're saying.
Something like that. I feel like the pay structure, like
what if I pay you? What if I pay you when you get drafted?
No, let me say this. I love NILs, right?
Because you should get paid.
Yes, I feel like we should get paid because I know I've been to college and I know that we was broke. We was struggling. So I still feel like kids should get paid.
So what's that number?
All this, right? And it don't even matter the number.
It ain't my fault. I'm a quarterback and I get $8 million.
No, you can't get $8 million. What I'm saying is I feel like if we're gonna do that, I feel like we should come up with a pay structure.
It's too late.
No, but I'm just telling what I feel.
Oh no,
I feel like we should come up with a pay structure that these kids will still be hungry, still not like, okay, I done made these 8, I'm chilling.
But I get it, but what is a pay?
Because we talked about it earlier, you might get a guy.
But hold on, y'all. I got to ask this question. I wish I could ask the crowd. Because, Young, what makes a kid say I'm not hungry no more? Or what makes me hungry? Is it 50 grand? I'm still going to bust my ass and work out every month?
Right.
Is it 20 grand? Is it 150?
No, I still feel like at the end of the day, like the majority of it should be something to look forward to.
Right. I feel like you should put that money.
Done.
I'm with you.
Once you're done.
I feel like they should, if you get $8 million, bro, they should put 50, give you 50. Because again, let's be realistic. $50,000 in college, when you know you got cash, you're not hurting for a fucking thing, right? But what I'm saying is, okay, so if you give this kid 50 and he goes in, because he look how icy you are. He see 2K, he want a 2K chain, right? He want to get icy.
Ooh.
No, what I'm saying, a kid, any kid. He been watching 2K his whole life and you got that shit on, right? You give me 50, I go straight to Johnny. Now I done spent my 50 on just ice.
On you. Now you still
But no, you owe me
$899,050.
You know whatever the number is, so I need more money now.
Yeah, but before you sign this contract, you already know the pay structure.
Okay.
Any contract, you know the pay structure.
So it should be.
So if I give you, that's just like, no, that's just like.
It should be like the NFL. It's guaranteed, but you get this when you graduate or when you leave to the NFL.
Yes, you get it
I'm
when
not
you
mad
leave
at
to
that.
the NFL.
I'm with you. I definitely believe that.
You
because
leave
they're about
it,
to
like,
fuck.
when you done
They're
with
about to
college.
fuck college football
Like, because
up.
you got some
college
guys
football's
that,
fucked up, y'all.
Like,
because
you gotta think.
It's fucked up right now. It's
you got
happening.
some guys that's not gonna even make the NFL.
For sure,
it's like,
but that ain't
so
his
it's
fault. He
like,
got
no,
paid $9 million.
No, but I'm just saying, if he get $9 million and I finish that, and I get that once I'm finished with college football, I got a jump start on life.
I hear what you're saying.
Know what I'm saying? I got a jump start on life.
Money.
Or like I even feel like this. Honestly, if like for my kids, right?
Yeah.
If they get NIL deals, right? So normally, if you're 3 years or 4 years, you either gonna spend 2.5 years in college or 3.5 years in college, right?
For sure.
So if they was to get this big NIL deal, right, I would give them a lump sum, like you say, 50,000, 100,000,
right?
Right. The rest of it, I'm gonna put it all in investments.
But what if I don't want to invest my money as a kid?
No, but
I don't think you should have put my shit in the bank and let it chill until I want it.
But you gonna put it in a regular bank account or you gonna put it in an investment account?
But see, okay.
But no, but that's what I'm saying. Hold up, but wait.
That goes into something different.
But
That's
no,
because
but
you're
this
2K
what I'm
and you know what you're doing.
No, but that's
go back to Un2K.
No, but that's
no, you're not 2K. Go back to Mercy Projects and 1400 2K. You're not doing that.
But if you listen to what I'm saying,
I can't.
You can,
no,
but because it's not coming
I'm talking
from me,
about
it's
Chris Johnson now.
No,
man, that's bullshit.
No,
2K, you coming from Mercy and you get $8 million and they say 2K right now. Fuck that.
Listen to what I'm
I don't
saying,
want to because I want to be
not?
honest. I'm trying to ask you. Fuck that. We're not talking about political.
You asked me what I would do
because you being political. 2K.
No, because you're asking me what
Mercy
I would
Projects,
do.
2K would not do that.
No, of course, if I ask the actual kid that's coming from there, of course he gonna say he want it. But what I'm saying
is,
I'm
18 and in charge of my money,
because
so that's
it's
what
not
they
in
saying.
charge of you. We're talking about the people that's NIL. That's coming up with the pay structure, the colleges. We talk about the colleges. This is what I'm talking about. No, but
that's a whole different. No, right now we can't talk about that because this is the pay structure.
How? When you're asking me,
because that's a whole.
No,
that's a what if.
You asking me
right now? It's a what if
because you're asking me what would I do. You asking me? No,
I don't want to hear about what ifs because that's a fake. No, right now we're living in fake worlds.
It doesn't matter.
Right now these kids about to get $8 million.
No, I understand that. If you're talking to the kid, of course I want my money. But if you're talking to me and you're asking me if I'm the college and what do I think they should do, that's what you ask me.
But what I'm also
asking me what you think, what I think they should do.
Knowing how I know now,
of course, if I'm a kid,
but I went to USC.
If I'm making decisions,
knowing how many
jerseys
jerseys they made off of me, am I selling my jerseys? And doing all this USC, yes. I want all my money now. Fuck y'all.
Right.
Give me my money.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, right. Of course, us, as this athletes that's separated from the game now, of course we know, yes, give him a lump sum, put that motherfucker in the class where he knows about credit, he needs to know about long-term leverage, he needs to know about when you get a credit card, or you need to know about like, yes, when I do sign this contract, I thought I was getting $8 million, but I'm only really about to get $5 million, 300,000 or something because they take 45. Yes. That's what is more realistic. They should have a fucking financial literacy class in that bitch more than anything because that'll understand shit. But right now, that's not real.
Bro.
That's what I'm telling you.
Are you asking me?
Financial
what
literacy
question are you
is
asking me? Are you asking me as the athlete, or are you asking me what I think they should do?
I'm not going to ask you.
Which one?
I don't want you to be the fucking university because that's chumping out.
How? I'm the one offering the kids the money.
No, they're not.
Yes, they is.
The boosters are.
Yes,
not the university.
But when they
it's two different things.
But when
that's like US Just Love,
bro.
And you went to UC. It's a big difference.
No, it's not because when I'm recruiting this kid, I'm telling him I can get you a $5 million deal. Because so it's a college.
It's Outback Steak, the nigga that own Outback Steakhouse.
Yes, but it's coming
regardless
through the college.
If you do good or not.
Steakhouse ain't pulling up to Outback Steakhouse ain't pulling up to these kids' houses, walking in their living room, sitting talking to their mom and their dad like, oh, I own Outback. I'm finna give them $5 million. No, it's the fucking coaches that's sitting in there.
And the coach don't have no fucking
That's what I'm trying to tell you.
Outback is paying him.
So what I'm trying to tell you is
it's not going, bro, I can never believe in a nigga walking in my building that don't have the money.
Bro,
they should have the fucking. That's what happens. They should have the fucking the people that's offering the money walk in so they can negotiate. Now you're talking.
No,
because if a coach walks in and say you're paying me $5 million, and you're not paying shit. You're just.
But it's but
what I'm saying, that's not the university.
Connection.
No, see, NIL is different. Y'all got to understand this. The university does not pay these deals. It's different. It's the boosters.
Yes, it's the boosters.
So it's a big difference. It's big. You're right. If the school's doing it in their best interest, we're going to make sure that we teach you this shit. But guess what? We just want you to come play football. So we're going to give you money. If you fuck up, you fuck up. We don't give a fuck. It's not our money. It's not our money. It's the boosters, though. So guess what? Next year, if you fuck up, guess what? He knows he fucks up, so now he wants to get somebody better. He's going to pay somebody else better the money next year. Hopefully he does right. It's not our money.
Yeah, but the school is offering it to them.
But 2K is the
Even
booster
though we
club.
know it's not coming from the school, it's coming from the boosters.
No, but the school's not
offering
it.
But what I'm saying, but my whole thing,
that's
what I'm
illegal
saying,
for the school to offer that. And
listen,
I can't wait for a school to find. If I find out a school is offering some money, I'm turning their ass in.
They telling you, I get you a $10 million deal.
No, what he's saying is the people that own these damn suites are going to be able to pay you that. No, they can't do that.
Yes.
I can't wait to see that because I'm turning
But what I'm saying is,
so your school been doing that?
Listen,
ECU been cheating.
What I'm saying is, this is what I'm saying, bro. If I'm the player, the athlete, of course, give my money now. But if I'm the university or anybody like that who makes decisions,
you can't.
What I'm saying is, what I would do.
They should have did
The reason why I say I love NIL and I feel like the kids should get it because they deserve it. But what I'm saying is, what I would do if I was in control of that. That's all I'm saying.
I know what you're saying, but Young, it's been 100 and something. Because 2K, what you're saying is I can't agree with you because the NCAA has been doing this shit for how long, y'all? It's been 100+ years. It's been 100+ years they've been making money off these athletes, and they could have been set up some type of direction when the kids do get paid. This is what we're going to do. They've never done it. They allow kids to start getting paid. Now, of course, you're going to have bad apples that get the money, say, fuck you, university. There's going to have kids that get money, say, I want more. But now they fucked it up, Young. They did that to themselves because they weren't willing that's what I'm saying. I'm not agreeing with you because fuck NCAA. They could have been said, this is what we're going to do. We're going to pay our athletes and make it even. But they didn't do that. They allowed the government to come in. The government said, fuck, you got to pay them. And now they got to pay them. It's not just the university, it's these boosters. Now they're gonna reap what they sow is what I'm telling you. It's their fault. The universities didn't set up the fucking stepstones or you go upstairs and make sure that shit was in place. They never did this. They could have been doing this for 100 years. You know how long the college football has been played? 100 fucking years. And they've never set up shit. So now you're paying kids and you're talking like, oh, we should set up a fucking... No, ain't no fucking way. You could have set it up 100 years ago. You didn't do it. Now we're getting paid. We're going to shit on you. I'm not mad if a kid go in there and get fucking 100 million or 5 million, never play a fucking down in football. I wouldn't care. Because guess what? They sold LenDale White jersey at USC and made unbelievable money, and I didn't get a fucking dollar. They was playing the NCAA game and all that shit. We didn't get a fucking dollar until we had a petition. Fuck them. Now the joke's on them. I applaud. I think it's the greatest shit ever. NCAA, that's what your ass gets. You shitted on the money yourselves. Now they get paid, you don't get the money. Your fucking fault. You're dumbasses.
Yeah,
give Reggie Bush his fucking Heisman back.
But you asked me what I would do and you didn't let me answer the question.
I don't want to hear what you're saying.
Okay.
I'm smashing and dashing that shit.
So it don't
He's
matter.
gonna cuss me out later, dog.
I can't even answer my question because he asked me a question and not let me answer.
Yeah, I didn't want to let you
so what I want to say, and hopefully colleges they will take heed to this, right? What I feel they should do with NIL deals, right? They should, no matter how much they give them, say they give them $10 million, I feel like they should give them a lump sum that they feel that can get them through college.
Yes, sir.
Right? And the remainder of it, I feel like they should put it in investment accounts. So while they're in college, that money will be making money for itself. So when they either graduate or they either leave to go to the league, so that same $10 million that they got, now it'll be worth... Right. Say 12 million, 13 million.
About
but what I'm
hold on,
wait,
that don't give a fuck about you.
No, what I'm saying is that's what I feel like should happen. I'm not saying that they're gonna do that or any of that thing. What I'm saying is I feel like that's what they should do. Know what I'm saying? Because it don't make sense for us to be in college and we can barely eat, right? Because once the cafeteria closed, you're on your own. You can barely eat. So I feel like what they should do with giving these NIL deals and why I feel like it will still keep the athletes hungry and still not just be like, okay, I got it, I made this and that. You take that money, put it in investment accounts, and then it makes money for itself. And then once you graduate or go to the league,
you trying to get the money back to the same motherfuckers that don't want to give you money. I would never in my life give the NCAA my money to
No,
invest.
you're not giving it to
you
NCAA.
No. But
you
you saying NCAA.
No,
so fuck that.
No, I didn't say give it to NCAA.
So what I'm saying is
I say put it in investment accounts.
Right, but remove the NCAA.
No, you can.
Remove the NCAA.
Yes, of course.
So you're saying the coaches should hire some people to help with their money. Okay. But fuck the NCAA.
Yes.
That's what I'm saying.
Yes.
I hear what you're saying.
But the NCAA is...
No, I can't do that. They're the entity.
No.
No, I can't even allow you to keep saying that.
You're not finna see what I'm saying.
Because they keep paying everybody else but us.
No, you're not finna get... This is what I'm saying is...
Fuck the NCAA.
The NCAA still oversees that you...
No.
Wait. Let me...
I can't oversee shit.
No,
They've been robbing us for too long.
no.
That's why these kids are taking
Listen to what I'm gonna say.
Bro, we need the government or somebody else to oversee the NCAA. Fuck NCAA.
No, the NCAA.
NCAA is the police. They're crooked as fuck. I ain't on
Make
that.
sure that you just don't give these kids the money flat out. You make sure that they
Fuck the NCAA.
that they don't give them the money that they do put in investment account. I'm not saying the NCAA is in charge of the investment account, but you can hire your own. You can hire your own financial advisor, or the university should hire investors or
shouldn't be nowhere.
investors and stuff like that.
It should be individually.
No,
it should be outsourced. What I'm saying is,
you can outsource.
I don't feel like
still
the
feel
school
like they should put
or
it
the NCAA
in investment
should,
accounts.
What I'm saying
I feel
is
like
the
they
school.
should put it in investments accounts and they get it later.
Yeah,
that's the only thing I want them to be over, like making sure these kids actually do.
But see, that
invest, but not through them. They get their own people to put in investment account. It gotta be the NCAA gotta see that it's in investment accounts.
Bro, you gonna invite me back? I can come back. We can do this again.
Yeah, we're gonna rock out again, man. You know we're gonna do this, man.
But you know what I think we should do next time, bro? We got to get into some real life stuff. Football is cool, but you know, like I see you got on your home. What's that gallery department? I don't know. You paid a lot for them pants, I know. So we can talk about some other stuff, man. Free Thug for sure. Free my guy Thugger.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I think this Smash and Dash might be a hit, man. Only if you stop talking bullshit sometimes, though.
Yeah, we gonna get into it. We have a lot of different episodes about a lot of different things and stuff like this, man. I think this was fun. Good way to jump it off, man. My guy.
My guy.
You know what I'm saying?
I love you for life.
Always, and you know, this the first one. So you know what we need to do, man. We need to toast up to it. We need to take us a couple shots to this, man.
Let's get it, man.
You know what I'm saying? Yeah, so you know, it's gonna be a tradition to the Smash and Dash show. You know, we always gonna toast to the good life. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
so this is what we're gonna do. Free all the guys.
Free the guys.
Toast to the guys, man. Toast to this podcast, Smash and Dash. We're going to be at you every week, every other week. All type of topics, man. You dig?
Yeah, hide your chick, because I'll smash and dash, man.